Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for including me today in today's rally in support of House Bill 2050. It's actually pretty amazing and humbling to be here with the families and the children. Those of you who chose life, I applaud you, but it is humbling. Karen, her story is just truly amazing and certainly a great story to show that people with disabilities have value, their lives have meaning, they can accomplish great things. Karen has shown she's accomplished greater things than many of us in this room. So I applaud Karen and the other speakers. It's just amazing. I'm going to begin my remarks by sharing an extremely relevant passage from Proverbs 24, verses 11 and 12. Rescue those who are unjustly sentenced to death. Don't stand back and let them die. Don't try to disclaim responsibility by saying you didn't know about it. For God, who knows all hearts, knows yours, and he knows you knew. And he will reward everyone according to his deeds. As chairwoman of the bipartisan House Pro-Life Caucus and the newly appointed chairwoman of the House Health Committee, I applaud the efforts of Speaker Turzai, Representative Ward, Senator Martin, and those who are willing to stand for life, both in the Capitol and all of you who are here who have long supported our legislative efforts for life. I find it brutally tragic to review statistics such as many as 9 out of 10 children diagnosed in utero with Down syndrome are aborted in the United States of America. It is especially troubling that there are so many among us who speak so casually about forcing women to have abortions if they are told they are carrying a child with a disability. Indeed, in Iceland, they brag about eliminating children with Down syndrome. This is another clear example of the philosophy being advanced by Planned Parenthood and their belief in eugenics, the world's largest abortion provider, for which the administration has embarked on an ongoing public relations tour to flaunt his unconditional support. A Planned Parenthood clinic in Philadelphia, there has been more than 20,000 babies aborted since 2013. Ironically, here in the House, on almost any given session day like today, state lawmakers recognize entire groups of people with disabilities, as we legitimately should. In doing so, we must always keep in mind that recent medical and scientific advances are constantly changing what it means to live with Down syndrome and other disabilities for the better. What I'm talking about here is an unprecedented life-saving microfetal surgeries that are becoming common practice at Children's Hospital of Philadelphia and across the United States. What should never be denied is the fact that people with Down syndrome and other disabilities have contributed much to our society and will continue to do so when we finally recognize that each of their precious lives are worth living. As the extraordinary life story of our featured speaker, Karen Gaffney, demonstrates, there is simply no justifiable or convenient excuse for aborting an unborn child diagnosed with Down syndrome. Under current law, a woman can obtain an abortion prior to 24 weeks gestational age for any reason, including if the woman's sole reason is to select the sex of the child. With 4 other states already adopting similar laws, House Bill 2050 would expand that exception to prohibit aborting a child solely to a prenatal diagnosis of Down syndrome. Contrary to what the administration and Planned Parenthood might tell you, House Bill 2050 contains no restrictions on a mother obtaining an abortion in cases of rape, incest, or personal endangerment. In closing, Mr. Speaker, I applaud you for taking the lead on protecting the sanctity of all human life in Pennsylvania. And I am greatly looking forward to teaming up with all of you to advance this historic pro-life legislation to the governor's desk. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to the families and the children. This is your day, and we celebrate the lives of those with Down syndrome today. Thank you so much.